Hello, my friends. Today's review is The Spare Man by Mary Robinette Kowal. Now, this book didn't really jive with me. I was a little disappointed, and I'll tell you why in a few moments. So, this is a book about Tesla Crane. Tesla Crane is this engineer and celebrity. Everyone loves her, but she had an accident at a space station where people died, and she is now struggling with both PTSD and also a disability. To dampen that disability, she has a device that allows the nervous sensations, her nerves, to be suppressed so she doesn't feel the pain. Now she is on a cruise, a honeymoon with her husband as they go from Earth to Mars. And on this cruise, somebody is murdered. Her husband is the prime suspect for the murder. And also, they find a body that they cannot recognize, and that body is not on the ship's manifesto. Now, this is a science fiction mystery book, but there are a lot of distractions in this book that took away from the mystery. I always feel that when there is a mystery book and it blends with other genres, that the mystery should still be the focus of the book. But in this, there are a lot of distractions. The most notable one is the device that she is using to suppress her pain. This is not an able bodied person, but throughout this entire book, she is doing very physical things. And she will keep dialing down her nervous system so that she doesn't experience pain. But throughout this entire book, I'm thinking, won't her body react to this? Why isn't her body shutting down with all the uh, trauma that she is putting her body through? If the pain and the disability that she has is as bad as what is being written, I feel like she could not do most of the things that she did in this book. Another distraction throughout this entire book was the focus on alcohol. So before every chapter, there is an ingredient for an alcoholic drink. This added nothing to the book. Uh, her and her husband talk about alcohol throughout the entire book, and it makes me almost think that she is using alcohol to medicate herself with the pain that she has with her disability, which I find an odd message. It's probably not the author's intention to have that message, but I could not help but think that the focus on the alcohol was a little bit odd. There are a lot of other distractions in this book. One of the things that really bugged me was there were scenes where they would talk to their lawyer, and their lawyer was back on Earth. And so there was a lag time between the conversation in real time and her lawyer responding. So they would be having a conversation with like the ship's captain or the prisoner guards or the security officers. And her lawyer would interject and answer questions that were asked or situations that happened like 6, 10, 12, 15 minutes ago. And it just was very distracting and it was very difficult to read because I was trying to think, okay, what happened 3 pages ago that the lawyer is reacting to? I can't quite remember. And then there was one scene where Tesla Crane was able to open up a door by using like a battery and some gum and some aluminum foil, whatever. But my issue with that was that she was chasing somebody. Her husband was chasing the person that they thought was the murderer, and it took probably 15 minutes for her to open this door to chase after them. But the narrative really didn't go forward during that 15 minutes, like off screen with her husband and the person that she was chasing, uh, the person that he was chasing. And it just seemed very odd. Like that, you would think by 15 minutes he would have either caught the person, or he would have gotten killed, or he would have killed the person he was chasing, or they would be on like the other side of the ship. But it was just a really odd sequence of events. Not my favorite book from Mary Robinette Kowal. Uh, I think with this one, I think you could skip this one. I don't. I'm not going to recommend a buy or a borrow with this one. I think you could skip this one. and maybe pick it up later on when your TBR gets a little smaller. All right, that's my review of The Spare Man by Mary Robinette Kowal.